Right, right. I haven't done an update for a little while. Exploration stats are 6,069 systems visited. Total height of space distance of 187,982. Total height of space jumps of 10,878, and max distance from the start of 31,558. And I'm in a system called the Wolf-Rayet AA-A H513 system. You can see that this blue-white star ahead of me. You may be able to make out how far away I am, but that is one big fucking blue supergiant star. And this is an A class, so it's not even the same type of blue supergiant as Rigel, but I think it's more massive in terms of physical size. Rigel is either a B or an O, I can't remember exactly which, but I am 2,093 light seconds away from it. This is the point at which I entered the system. So yeah, this fucker's big. This is bigger than some of the red supergiants that I've encountered. I'm sure I can fuel scoop from it. Yeah, there we go. Let's check out the okay, so there it is on the galaxy map. There's nothing else here, which is hardly surprising. This thing's taken up all the mass. So its age is less than a million years old, so this is very yeah, this is quite young, and yet it is saying that it's approaching the end of its life. So it's begun its expansion towards becoming a red supergiant. So by the looks of it, this fucker has the potential to be bigger than VY Canis Majoris, because I mean it's not that much smaller than Betelgeuse, and yet this is still at its blue stage. It's not entered the red supergiant stage yet, so it's certainly going to be bigger than Betelgeuse. It'll be bigger than Antares. It'll be bigger than VV Cephi. It will almost certainly be bigger than KY Cygni. And it could well rival VY Canis Majoris as the biggest star in the galaxy. That's quite something. Well, there you go. So it's been a fucking age since I've found anything interesting. And here it is. So, right, that's enough for now. I'll be back when there is something to come back to. As I am, well, I'm sure you're sick of hearing me saying it. I'm getting sick of saying it myself. I'm going to have to find something different to say. Right, new update. This next system that I'm going to, which is Wolf-Rayet AA-A H513, contains about the only star class that I haven't already seen on this trip. A Wolf-Rayet star, specifically a Wolf-Rayet O star, so it should be worth seeing. As far as my stats go, I've just passed 32,000 max distance from the start. Systems visited up to 6,098, so another 902 to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Soon to be 901. But I'm now pretty sure that I am not going to reach 57,000. It will be when I reach 57,000 distance from the start. It will be when I reach 7,000 systems visited that I turn around. It doesn't look like I'm going to get close to 57,000, and the reason for that is what I am now doing as far as my exploration goes. So there is the Wolf-Rayet star. 31 light seconds away, and of course you can't scoot from these. So there it is, a Wolf-Rayet O star. So, well, I'm not going to bother scanning that thing because it's only an icy world. Alright, well, it was a bit of a letdown. And that's been the case quite a bit of this trip of late. I've been wandering around finding pretty much fuck all nothing. Well, what I'm doing now as far as my searching for places to go is concerned, I noticed that every time, or at least certainly for a good part of this trip, when I have entered a new region such as the one we're in, if there was a large nebula, it always had the designation AA-A H and then a number. So I decided to just keep H like so, and then keep cycling through to see if there was anything interesting. So we have this one is another Wolf-Rayet O star, but that's 951 light years back the other way, so I'm not going to bother with that. This one, need to get the yeah. So this is the one that I did in the last clip, the blue supergiant that I checked out. And H3, I think was a black hole. Yeah, I just can't be bothered with that. But H4 caught my eye because it's in the right direction. It's not that far away from me, I think. Yeah, 654 light years. And it's another blue supergiant, so this could be something worth checking out. Put it this way, that's where I'm going. And then after that, I don't know. We'll wait for the route to finish plotting, and then we'll have a check. Okay, now this is taking this is the longest it's taken for quite some time. It's not as if it's a long distance either. It's fucking 654 light years. For fuck's sake. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Eventually, if I go into a region that has a large, there we go, nebula in it, this should be a way of finding it. So AA-H5 is blue-white, has that halo around it. It's completely in the wrong direction, I can't be bothered to go there. Same with that, that's just another black hole. So we keep cycling through until I eventually find something of interest. So that's how I'm, you know, determining what's worth checking out in a region and what isn't. And well, eventually, with any luck, I'll find a nebula, and then that'll give me something to aim for. In the meantime, I've now got somewhere to aim for. It's another blue supergiant, so I'll check that out. And Daddy 07 is actually online. This becomes something of a rarity. And yeah, obviously if I find anything, then I'll be back to show it. In the meantime, Daddy 07's video channel, as quickly as it disappears, has come back again, so the internet can rejoice about that. Right, well, back when I find something interesting, whenever that is. Right, the next jump takes us to Scheau Blao AA-A H513, which is the location of the blue supergiant.
Frameshift
Let's
drive
see if this
charging.
one is as good as the last one. It is another Class A. And I've got a 50-50 record with Class A supergiants. They're either pretty good like the last one, or utter shite like the one just before Goon Nebula. So let's hope this is a repeat of the last one, at least. Well, it's certainly pretty large. Okay, it's not as big as the last one, but it's still big enough. 1,995 light seconds away from it when we enter the system. That's a big enough star for you. So like, I mean that's now the, well, I think that's the third largest star I've been to. Yeah, the only stars larger than this that I've been to, so actually I'm trying to remember how big VV Cepheid was. But the last blue-white that I went to, that obviously was bigger than this. So was Betelgeuse, and obviously so was YV Canis Majoris, or is it VY Canis Majoris? I can never remember.
Fuel scooping.
But I think those are the only three. It's bigger than Antares, it's bigger than Rigel. So I can't remember the size of VV Cepheid. I remember it was, you know, big enough, but I can't remember exactly what size it was. Now, what are these other two in here, which are actually closer to me than that main star is? They are just two regular stars, but they are Class O's, so they're seriously bright, you know, stars with, you know, major mass, but they are dwarfed by this supergiant. So that gives you an idea of how huge this fucking star is. That these two Class O's, which are the most luminous stars that we know of in this galaxy, and yet they just pale into insignificance compared to this fucking thing. So that's not bad. Now the question is, where the fuck do I go from here? I've got a couple of ideas percolating in my head. Let's get ourselves a distance away from the supergiant so that
Fuel scoop disengaged.
we don't overheat or anything. Not that we were ever going to overheat, but... Alright, let's take a look at the galaxy map. Now, what I can do... In fact, I can incorporate two of them. I don't remember seeing that. Is that taking me in the right direction? It is. Alright, well I know where I'm going. Scheau Blao AA H513. This is the first large nebula I've found for ages. Not quite close enough to do a direct path to it. There's plenty of neutron stars around here. Right, well in that case let's plot a course to this one. Actually no, we won't plot a course, we'll just use it as a marker. Alright, so that's where we're going. That completely changes what I was going to do, because I was going to head to the next region, which looks like I was pretty close to it anyway, and then hunt round doing the same method that I did to find these supergiants. But now I've found a large nebula. It's not quite close enough to be able to plot a direct course. Surely this is though. Yeah, right. So little plot course for here. "21 jumps, and then we'll head towards the nebula. What I also want to do at some point is land on a planet, because I just fancy taking the SRV for a spin. But it looks like we can see the nebula in the distance. Can't see it very well here because there's so much light coming from those two Class O's and the supergiant. But you can see the nebula. There it is. So hopefully I can land somewhere in there and take the SRV out. Right, well, back when we are about to head in. Right, hopefully this recording will work. Now I'm right on the outskirts of the nebula. Where's it gone? There it is. I think it's, yeah, it's over there. But before I go in, I've got a lot of scanning to do, but this next system that I'm heading to
Frameshift drive charging.
has a carbon star. You can see the nebula much better now. This is another MS star, so we'll give this the once over.
4,
And then I'll show you why it's taking me a while to get into the nebula. I say it's not that I'm a long way from it, I'm one jump away from it. I'm right on the outskirts. There we go, almost continuing our theme with big bastard stars. I don't need to get any closer because I can't scoot from this. So 125 light seconds away from it. There we go, MS star. Anything interesting orbiting it? That looks like a water world. It's 5,000 light years seconds away. Fuck it, we'll give it a go. Now you can see the nebula ahead of us. As we get further away from the star, you'll be able to see it better, obviously. But actually, while we're on our way there, I'll show you the galaxy map. Now, the only stars selected are carbon stars, Wolf-Rayet, white dwarf and non-sequence, and there's all this lot. So it's another huge field of white dwarfs, neutron stars. There are some black holes among them as well. And yeah, it fills the area. So I could be here for quite some time. So this is just further ensuring that I will reach 7,000 jumps long before, or 7,000 systems visited rather, long before I reach 57,000 light years max distance from the start. Currently at 6,170 systems visited. Max distance from the start is up to 33,799. Total height of space jumps of 10,979. Total height of space distance of 190,885. So yeah, I mean, okay, I've still got what, 830 systems to visit, but it does feel like I'm in like the closing stages of this trip. Simply because, I mean, I've already scanned well over 1,000 systems. I think it's getting on for, it's over 1,700, I think. I think I was at, I don't know, I was at 4,000, what was I think it was 4,610, so okay, it's over 1,500. That's still, you know, a decent amount, and well, obviously I've got more to go, and then of course it's however many I scan during the trip back. So I think I'm going to be close, if not over, 8,000 systems visited by the time I actually get back to wherever I dock first, which is likely to be Diaguandri, so I can then outfit the ship so that it's it has better protection and what have you, and then I can go on to sell the data. I'm not going to sell it at Diaguandri. So that place was a water world. Right, well there you go. So there is the Nebula in all its glory. I mean, it's the same kind we've seen countless times before. It's using the same template as Jellyfish and NGC 7822 and oh Christ, there's all sorts that use it, and I just can't remember the names of any of them. Vale Nebula East uses it. But, well, I'll get in there eventually once I've scanned some of these. There's no way I'm going to scan it all. But, we'll scan some. Then I'll head in and find a planet and do a bit of scouting around. So, alright, well, there you go. That'll do for now. Back when we are inside the bloody thing. Right, again, hoping this records. About to head into the Nebula, at least it looked like it from the galaxy map. And this system, Scheau Blao KY-Z D13-309, is the location of another carbon star, this time as CN. So we'll see how this goes. And again, no point in getting any closer to fuel scoop because we can't. 125 light seconds away. 26 objects in here. Nearest one's not too bad, but the nearest one we can land on. It has already been scanned by somebody. This is the first time I've found anywhere that has been scanned by anybody in about a week. Right, let's see just how far inside the nebula we are. It looks like we're in a very dark region, if we are in it at all. Bollocks, big time looking overshoot there. And that of course means, well, we're going to be, well, no, we might get away with it. Actually no, it won't. We're too far outside the nebula for it to be worthwhile. Take a look at the galaxy map, and this is where we are. And we're calling it this. We are actually inside it, but we're right in that like wispy area. It's just so faint that there isn't really anything. Well, there's not much to see in here. Get further away from the star and towards that gas giant, in which case we can land on the moons, because there's no shortage of them. We are going to have to get quite a distance from the star there to be able to actually see any of the nebula itself. perhaps this isn't the best place to try and see how it looks. Not that we haven't already seen what this nebula looks like. I mean, just go back to the Jellyfish Nebula video that I did. This place is exactly the same as that one. Now we're starting to see a bit more. It doesn't look too bad, I suppose. The other gas giant's now too far away for me to be bothered. Well, okay, I'll find something among these moons here. Find one that's worth landing on, and we'll be back when I've chosen one. Right, it is the next day, and we are still in that system with the carbon star, and we are approaching one of the moons around the gas giant. We'll see what kind of view we get of the nebula from the surface of this one. This moon, well, it's not going to be a rocky world, so I guess it has that going for it, but it is just hang on, no, it is a rocky world, it's not an icy world, is what I was meant to say. Now, chances are that there won't be a huge amount on this surface of this moon, but we'll give it a go. It's in fairly close orbit of another, as I'm about to over fucking shoot. It's in close orbit of another moon. Hopefully we'll get a decent look at the nebula from here. It's very brown.
Orbital flight engaged.
So here we are, it's now lighting up quite nicely. This is probably the only view that we're going to get of the nebula, because it's yet another nebula that we've seen countless times already, so I don't want to spend a huge amount of time here. I've already spent long enough here. Well, as you saw, the place is absolutely surrounded by neutron stars and white dwarf stars, so I've been scanning quite a few of those. No huge great pause this time. Some pretty hefty canyons around here. See if I can land within that large open area. That's the plan. We're approaching it, so it looks like we might actually be able to. Well, it's not quite there, but it'll do. We're close enough. And we've got plenty of ambient light from the nebula around us. We're also seeing some of the blue, like, wispy areas, which is handy because a lot of the time in this particular kind of nebula, you don't get to see that. So I'll definitely take that. So I don't think this is too bad an area to land in. Of course, that's going on the assumption that it is going to let us. Gravity is extremely low, 0.09, so nothing to worry about there. Get the old landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Coming down at a fair old rate. It looks like we are right on the edge of... yeah. Okay, let's pull out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That don't look like too bad a landing spot. Surely I can land here. I mean, the place is pretty fucking smooth, to put it mildly. It's still not showing. I've got to go below 150. Unsuitable terrain. Ah, now it shows how smooth it is, or isn't. There we go. Now, assuming I can even land here, there is a good chance that I may have a bit of trouble getting out of here. It looks like I'm in some large sort of divot-like region. Anyway, okay, fuck it, I'll stick to this one. If need be, I'll just refuel it again. Right, here we go. Yeah, we'll leave the lights off for now. So there's the large, almost cliffside there. Now it does make me wonder, how did these cliffs get formed? And if there's no atmosphere here, well, there certainly must have been. Because it's showing the signs of weathering, erosion, and glaciation all in one area. I have a feeling this signal I'm picking up here is far too far away. I'm going to have to climb up those fucking mountains to get to it. Alright, well, okay, I'm going to be boring. What I should really do is get screenshots either before or after I've finished doing the video, and then yeah, take those then, but so the blue planet there is the gas giant. The brown one is the close secondary moon, or the close moon that's in orbit to you know, the same orbit as the planet I'm on. Well, it's not like this surface is impenetrable, especially with this amount of gravity. I wasn't expecting a drop like that. Alright, let's try it again. Right, now we are going to have to climb all the way up there. You know what, I can't be asked. Right, so what we got over this way? There are some signals being picked up. I can't remember where the ship is. It's only over there. Well, this certainly isn't a bad view of the nebula. I mean, we've got the whole variation of colours within the dust cloud. So it's yeah, it's not too shabby. Now the signal is, yeah, it's sort of over that ridge. So in order to get to it, unless it is closer than I think, we have to find a way of getting up to that. It's not really a plateau, I don't think. It looks like one from here, but in fact it looks like I may not need to go up there at all. We are approaching the rock here. Alright, what we got here? Nickel, carbon, manganese. All the usual crap. I can't even remember how many materials I collected. 381. Oh, right, that's all shite. But I'm seeing a signal that looks like, well, bollocks out here. But there is a signal that's going across the top. Let's see what that is as we slam into the wall of the crater there. Fuck up the landing. Surface is smoothed out a bit, we can get a bit of shifty now. Of course, as soon as I do that, it starts getting rather more bumpy. Looks like my ship has buggered off. Indeed it has. This must be a crash site, surely it's nothing else. If it is, then that really is just bollocks to, well, to put it fucking mildly. Ah, fuck it. Looks like something down there. Alright, what have we got? Is that an escape pod? Well, there are cargo canisters around here. Animal meat. Who the fucking hell would carry cargo canisters out here? Animal meat and personal weapons. I mean, I am 33,807 light years away from the start. So we are about 33,000 away from the populated zone. But someone's come out here, smashed their SRV and brought cargo canisters. There's another cargo canister all the way over here. What's in this one? Which means that there were more cargo canisters than that SRV could carry. So there were 2 personal weapons and 1 of animal meat. It just smacks of, well, it's complete bollocks, isn't it? Tin, carbon, manganese and manganese. I can't remember, I know tin's one of the rarer ones, but I've got 11 of them. What's it used for? AFM refill. It could be somewhat useful, I suppose. Just see if there's anything worth dumping in order to pick it up. I think it's a resounding no. Right, well, if tungsten is only used for SRV repair, that might be worth getting shot of it. I've got so few mercury, I wouldn't dump that anyway. Although it looks like SRV refuel is the only thing that I would use it for. Yttrium I definitely need to keep. That I definitely need to keep. Polonium I need. Fuck it, let's leave it there. Right, what's this one? Too far away. Manganese, zinc and zinc. Well, handy if I need zinc. But I don't. Well, there we go. So that's this nebula searched, sort of. As far as this video footage goes, it is, and well, I guess it's the same as usual. It doesn't help that it's a nebula that we've seen before as we head back to that wrecked SRV there. I wonder how far away that sloping area is towards the mountains. Probably a downside further than it looks. But it looks like it's, you know, we're practically on top of it. But somehow I doubt that's going to be the case. here. Anyway, I think that will do for this clip. So this is inside the Scheau Blao AA-A H513 Nebula. There's a hell of a lot of neutron stars and white dwarf stars around it. There's a reasonable amount of neutron stars within it, but actually me spinning it round. I forgot that I was doing that. Alright, I think we're okay now. So yeah, plenty of neutron stars and white dwarf stars around here, quite a few within them, within the system, so I will scan a few more, but I'll spare you, you know, watching someone just endlessly scanning stars and then buggering off to the next place. So once I find something interesting again, or if I find something interesting at long last, because I'm not 100% sure that this counts as something interesting, then I shall be back. Back again. We're still on the same planet, but I cannot believe what I've encountered. Yes, that is a crashed nav beacon. I'm 33,000 light years away from the populated zone, but there's a crashed nav beacon here. Oh, come on. So where's that going? To the Alliance. What the fucking hell is a crashed nav beacon doing here? 33,000 light years away from the populated area. It's gone beyond Sagittarius A star. That's, well, it's laughable. Anyway, I've now done 752 kilometres in this SRV. Oh, that'll do. Right, let's recall the ship, and I just can't go over that. What the fucking hell is a nav beacon doing here? Now, will the ship arrive at that, well, what was the graphics glitch? Nope, there it is. Where's it going to land? Knowing my luck, it will decide to land on one of the plateaus that I can't reach. Okay, well, I'll take that. At least it's decided to land somewhere fucking normal. the hull on this SRV has taken a bit of a battering on this trip, but well, I've got two of them, so. Alright, let's get on board. Get the fuck out of it. Right, well that'll do for this nebula then. So yeah, I shall be back when I find something interesting. Whatever the fuck that is.